All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Putting in That Work. So today we got Mr. Kai Gold. Kai, how you doing, man?
Good, good, good. How are you?
Good, good. And as you can tell, my man's from out Australia, so we're gonna get that good in deep, herping and all that stuff that a lot of us Aussie reptile keepers in the U.S. We're gonna get some good info from this guy right here. I've watched plenty of the videos, dude. I binge watched like all the gecko ones. I was binge watching them today at work.
So
No
about
lie.
80% of my videos are gecko ones. So
Yeah, 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 man. Every time I was like, oh, all right, yeah, yeah. Like when you like popped in, you'd be like, oh man, I got a YouTube page, and I picked it
yeah,
up. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that's what's up. Because I would always binge watch Frank Calichico's Reptilian
Yes,
Diaries.
yes, yes, yes. He
You
makes
know,
cracking videos a lot. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I was like, okay, oh, cool. I got another one to watch. So yeah, I've definitely been enjoying them. So thank you for
That's
that, man.
awesome. All
Yeah,
good, all good. That's what I do it for.
yeah, cool. So let's see. How did you get into this, man? Like, what sparked that interest in reptiles for you?
Would have been when I was young. I think my stepmother at the time really sparked it. Interaction with a friend, my dad's friend had bred jungle carpet pythons. I think that's what really kick-started my love for reptiles. And obviously in high school it kind of took a dip. I surfed heaps and did a bunch of other stuff. And then when I got a little bit older, like year 11, year 12, I got started to get back into it a bit. And then yeah, started doing keeping at home and doing herp trips. And yeah, now I work at a wildlife park. So it's
Nice.
yeah, so it's pretty crazy how turned out.
Yeah. So your life is really all about animals and stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely is.
Nice. Well, you're like living that dream right there. Where some of us know we do like me. I work in food service, so I go do my 8 hours in food service, and I come home and deal with these things for like another few hours.
Yeah, well,
But you,
I was a roof tiler for 5 years, and
oh,
then
okay,
after that I had a change of career. So yeah, pretty cool.
yeah. So what got you interested in herping?
Honestly, to see animals that I keep at home in the wild was what sparked it the most. Like
Okay.
I'd look at my animal in an enclosure and be like, I really want to see that in the wild. And I'd see, I think some of the first herping videos I come across on YouTube were like over in America. And obviously when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. And over the years, you just slowly get better and better and better. And you start doing trips, and every trip I do, I seem to do a little bit better than the last one. So yeah, just it's mostly just to kind of see animals that I keep in the home, and then I can bring that information home. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
okay. Nice, nice. Yeah, because I mean, you sent me a bunch of photos. So I did put together like a PowerPoint presentation for it. So we
Yeah,
definitely go over some of that as we're talking. Yeah, because I'm man, like, oh, your pictures are amazing too. I was like, damn, I was like, this is some great photography. Like I guess before we kind of get started, like, so what, like, when you're going herping, what kind of a kit, like camera kit, are you taking with you?
honestly, my camera is not that incredible. It's just a Nikon D3400, so it's one of those entry level cameras. I've got a couple lenses um, that I use, mostly the wide angle lens and the 10 to 20 mil wide angle, but just a flash I bought off Amazon and um, a trigger and receiver, so I can take the flash off my camera and use it off camera, and
Hmm.
just a decent diffuser. I think photography is not about the equipment. It's more so about lighting and getting your settings right. I think you can take a good photo with most cameras, so that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, I haven't dived into that whole camera stuff yet. I just keep using my phone for stuff, and I gotta do my little light box and put the gecko in there, especially like if I'm posting it up for like Morph Market or something,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something for IG or whatever. Most of the time it's just all right. We'll do that. No, I mean, because I mean, camera phones have really came a long way compared to
definitely, definitely.
yeah, compared to like 5 years ago. You know, like my go ahead.
The one thing camera phones don't have is that bigger flash, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
and
makes the
that's
difference.
exactly, yeah. Uh, so, so let me ask you something. What has been like your most memorable herping? trip, and like what made it that great of an experience?
Every herp trip, there seems to be that one animal that just gets me pumped. I actually just got back Thursday night. I did 5 days in central Queensland with three of my good friends, Georgie, Jai, and Jared and we all work together. And we're chasing that snake that's on screen at the moment. That was the animal we found, inland taipan, world's
Okay.
most toxic snake in the world. So pretty special. It's a pretty special moment, and like where you find them, you're 110 kilometers to the nearest town, and that town has nothing. Has like 300 people living there, less. Like it's
Yeah.
no one lives there, and if something went wrong out there, you're getting airlifted. So it's a
Yeah.
very
So
sketchy place to find snakes.
yes. So like dealing with this, right? So how do you go about that? Because I mean, like you said, it's a highly toxic snake. So
Yeah,
what are like some of the things that you do and like pretty much not to get bit?
obviously, just trying to be as safe as possible. Like, I've got multiple years experience. I work with them at work at a Symbio Wildlife Park. So, um, the just like knowing what their body language and knowing how to push limits sometimes and other times to just go, you know what, not worth it. Um, yeah, it's very hard to kind of answer that question. It just all depends on the animal and all depends on where you are and etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So hold on, let me get back to my questions. And that's I mean, that's like I said, that's almost like a look like someone almost kind of like painted this whole little thing right here, right?
Yes.
Like he's
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
he's perfectly put up, throwing showing the beard like don't mess with me type of thing, and then you got this great background. Like
The thing,
it's
it's
really
like
good.
that right there is one of the most commonly kept pets in the world. But then just being able to see them in the wild is so much better.
I think we
And
done lost him
like
again.
there's always that debate
Oh
of
man.
what substrate to live in the wild.
Okay. Nice. We lost you for a
Do
hot
you have
second
me?
there, but yeah, we lost you for a
Oh,
hot
okay,
second, but
okay.
that's okay. Uh,
Yeah, so
go ahead.
that's like the most common. That's the most commonly kept pet in the world. And
Yeah.
there's always that debate about substrate and all this stuff. But when you actually go and find them in the wild, you'll find that they live in so many different habitats, and they like the
Hmm.
substrate changes. You know, the whole environment changes. The thing that doesn't change is how arid the environment is. So
Hmm.
yeah, you just learn
So
that
pretty
stuff
much
as you
just
go out and
yeah.
see more.
Okay. So let me ask you. So how has herping made you understand like your native reptiles' behaviors and habit in their habitats?
Just like even just the way you find them in situ. Also like the research you do before. Just going like, you know what, this animal isn't going to be on a tree. It's going to be on a rocky outcrop. Like just like little things like that. And then just seeing that the animals where they're sitting in situ, like the beardy on a fence post like this is probably the most iconic thing in Australia. Um, but it's just like seeing the niches they live in because that niche is
Hmm.
what you want to recreate at home. And that's I think the most important thing.
Okay, nice. Uh, that's it. So what is this right here?
So that's called a Jan's banded snake. I threw it in here just to show you that Australia doesn't just have the big, mean, nasty elapids.
Right.
This is a front fixed fang elapid,
Okay.
believe it or not. But they kind of eat reptile eggs. So and they're a sand burrower. You can kind of see the smooth
I can see
nose
like
and the
kind of like the
smooth
shovel
tails.
nose. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I just threw it in there. It's a very pretty snake. And it's just we don't just have the eastern browns and taipans. We've got the smaller snakes that are very weird, and there's lots of different elapids that aren't even too venomous at all. So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
How toxic are these? Are they mild?
Yeah, not very toxic at all. And that's even if they bite, they just don't really want to bite, or I don't even know if they can bite you. So yeah,
Oh, I mean, I always tell people anything with a mouth can bite you, some way,
yeah,
somehow.
definitely, definitely.
Because I always get
One
asked that
animal
question a
probably.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
I always get that question a lot. It's like, do they bite you? I was like, I mean, did your child bite you when they were younger? Yeah,
yeah,
okay
it's
then.
true.
Anything with a mouth can bite you. It's just how are you acting towards it? why is it showing you a little bit of aggression or defense? Like you got to make sure you're no you're handling it the correct way so it's not feeling stressed out. So
Yeah, 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 exactly, exactly.
so actually I kind of want to get into some of your enclosures, or
Yeah, that's fine.
actually before we actually do that, I like boom. I love so no for me, Strophears are like that's my jam right there. Like I love Strophears. Like that was
Stropheras
like
are my favorite as well.
yeah, that is like my first love as a gecko. Well, not I mean not first love, but that is what like man, let's see, because my tokes were kind of like my first love because that was the first gecko I ever seen in my life was a toke, and that was the first gecko I was trying to get, but I ended up getting like a golden gecko. But when I saw these things, I was like, holy shit, yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah. These were those animals. Like when I was 10 years old, I got that Keeping Geckos of Australia book,
mhm,
and I would flick to the Ciliaris page and just stare at it and dream about this animal. I was very excited when I first got to keep them, but seeing them in the wild is a different beast.
I bet. So so what part of Australia do you live in?
I live in Sydney, or just
Is
south of
it
Sydney.
okay? And so because I think I was talking to I think it was Jason of the Gecko Effect.
Jason, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I guess so. There's like different legal aspects of what you can and can't keep within Australia.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all depends on state by state.
Yeah.
Every state has a different species list,
Okay.
and yeah, and then
And so,
there's also different levels to that licensing as well.
gotcha. And so, what is it? What are you allowed to keep? Like, I guess, like Strophears wise.
So we can keep quite a few Strophuras. I don't believe there's any on more of a restricted license, but we have like Spinagerus, we have Ciliaris, the three subspecies of Taenicorda, Williamsi, Intermedius, Elderi. There's quite a few Strophuris that we can keep. And that's only a few of this. There's probably a couple more than that.
Okay. Cool. So let me ask you this. So how has it like? So with doing all this herping, how has it changed? How has it changed your keeping?
Changed it completely. When I look at my enclosures now, I can picture me being back in that habitat, uh, looking for that animal. And I can't just set up something simply anymore. It's got to
Okay.
look like where I found it.
Yeah. So like yeah. So before you started actually like really herping, like how were your setups looking?
Just super simple. And then like over time, like I still have simple setups. I just slowly work through and try to just upgrade my setups to the way I've envisioned them. And it's good fun. Like, and it's also so much fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm currently well, I'm going to be working on this setup like this weekend cuz I'm getting these toad-headed agamas. Um so and they just I always tell people they remind me like if Predator like the have you ever seen the movie Predator?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So if you ever went to like Planet Predator, these lizards would be there because the way
yeah,
they
yeah,
open their mouths and
yeah.
everything.
They're weird lizards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was like, okay, I want to do something like that within their enclosure. Just something crazy. Have all these different predator skulls, alien skulls, some craziness, just because I really have never like decked out in an enclosure, like, did some crazy ass designs. So I think that's gonna be like my first one. I'm gonna start working on it this weekend since I'm actually getting them next week. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm keen to see that.
Yeah, yeah, man, dude, I'm so stoked. I'm man. And I know you had a couple of geckos on here. I'm like, what the hell are those? Like when I
Yeah.
saw them, I'm like, man, I don't know what that is, but I already like it. Oh, man, what was I about to say? Damn, man, I lost my place on this. So, when you make these enclosures, because I saw like you had one on there that had like these pretty big rocks and stuff. Now, are you doing those out of foam, or are you like gathering stuff from the wild? What are you doing with your stuff?
It all depends. I've got like a multitude of different like techniques. I swear every enclosure I'm doing something different. So yeah, it just all depends on what I'm doing it for. Just practicing different things.
Yeah. Now, what is this? Because I've never seen this before. Now,
So
well, I
actually,
mean, I have Danny Brown's book, but I just haven't really skimmed. I go to the Stropharis page, I go to Oedora page, or the Leaf Tail page. So I have
yeah.
no clue what this is right here.
So I actually saw one of these the other night in
Oh,
central
really?
Queensland when I was there. Yeah, yeah. But like this one was from a year ago. About this is Lucasium immaculatum, the pale striped ground gecko.
Wow. So what's the kind of like what's the habitat of this thing right here?
I've mostly only found them in rocky habitat. I've only seen two individuals, um, but I'm sure they can live in some sandier habitat. The rest of the Lucasium complex really likes sandy habitat, so um,
Cool, cool. So when you're going herping, right? Because you said you did like a 5 day trip, or was it a 7 day trip?
it was 5 days. Yeah, it was a big 5 days.
Yeah. So when you're doing this, are you camping outside, or are you finding places along the way to crash out at, or what?
Yeah, it all depends. We were camping outside for the most part, whether it be just a roadside rest stop. Because out there, you're in the middle of nowhere anyway, so those
Yeah,
rest stops are kind of designed so you can put a swag up. But when you're only having 4 hours sleep, you're gone before before anyone gets there anyway.
yeah. So right now, is it what kind of temperatures are you guys looking at right now? Is it hot out there? Or is it?
It's slowly warming up. So actually, it's a October long weekend for us. We have a long weekend this weekend, and this is when a night herping starts happening in Sydney, and it starts warming up just that little bit. When I was out west, it was I think one of the days was 40 degrees, but it would drop down to 12 at night
Damn.
because it's just the time of year.
Yeah.
The but like if I went in summer, like I actually looked for taipans last October or November with my partner, and the coldest it got was 33 degrees Celsius.
Oh, damn.
So, so that's yeah, very hot. That was very hot, and we no wonder we found nothing.
Yeah.
It was scorching. Yeah,
That's like my. Oh, well, I mean, that's my Arizona summers right there. So, like, during the like peak summertime, at night it's still in like the high 90s, no Fahrenheit. So, I mean, it's probably around the same, almost like 30s is like in the 80s. So, yeah, around almost around the same. And it's like, man, it is brutal.
it is brutal. It is brutal.
Yeah, man. So, speaking of like kind of that environment, right? So, what have been like some of your, what was it? Man, where is it? Like, what kind of obstacles have you ever had to face when you're doing this herping stuff? Like, especially like you said, you're staying overnight and all this stuff. You had any kind of troubles?
I think mostly flooding has stuffed us over the last couple of years. That a lot of these areas are what we dub channel country, and it's basically where the whole of Australia kind of flows inland into a big lake air, inland salt lake that fills up every now and then. So it can flood very quickly. So we mostly flooding, road closures, things like that. Frustrating the hell out of me because I can't get to a rocky outcrop to look for a gecko. Things like things like that.
Yeah,
Mostly the most annoying struggles. Where the outback weather can change very quickly.
yeah, yeah. So, have you ever like I guess got hit like you said that whole flooding thing? Have you ever got like hit by that while you guys were like sleeping in the or not even sleep like sleeping for a couple hours? I guess.
Some big storms and stuff, but um, yeah, not anything major like that to be honest. And touch wood that nothing really ever bad happens when we're out there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm like I said, people don't understand. Like, yeah, herping can be dangerous.
It
Like,
it
you
can be
know,
dangerous and can be very hard. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, that yeah. Because yeah, when we were talking to Frank about this stuff. He's like, yeah, it's not for the weak. Like, if you don't like being outside, you don't want to go. Like, especially in like Australia, you don't want to go. Like, you don't want to be outside. Is harsh. Fuck ton of flies. The heat, everything. It's just man. Like, because I mean, I've been to Australia, not herping wise, but because I was in the military. My Navy ship will come through oh where was it? God man, we went to two different ports. I just can't remember what they were. But so we've been there, like I said, and I've been to like I've been to Africa, you know, and or what was it, Nigeria, which was hot as hell. Like, and being out there, we lived in tents. So my
Yeah, yeah,
whole
yeah.
time living out there was just living in tents. And man, and but you get to see all kinds of stuff. Like even within the compound I was in, I still got to see all kinds of gammas. I've seen monitors. I've seen snakes. Uh, I've seen like elapids, uh, crazy ass bugs, all kinds of craziness out there. But it's brutal. Like people don't understand like how brutal like herping can be. And
Yeah, exactly. And then when you're trying to target nocturnal stuff, and then you've got to get up really early in the morning to try to target the diurnal stuff before it gets too hot. That's where it gets real hard. Yeah, I
yeah,
still go. I see, still keep coming back.
yeah, man. Yeah, so when you're targeting like a lot of your nocturnal stuff, so what is like some good tips for, that you generally use when you're going out there for those for that time?
It all depends. I think snakes. It's definitely the road cruising side of it. Just like any other kind of arid zone. I'm sure Arizona is pretty similar.
Yeah,
Just road cruising is probably the best way to find snakes, but you do find nearly everything else on top of that when you're road cruising. But for geckos, it can be also just finding some nice habitat and going for an eye shine. They do like you can eye shine geckos. It's just a very dialed in technique to get it right. But once you kind of start figuring out how to do it, it makes finding them a bit easier.
yeah. Now, would you say like if you're what would be easier in your like opinion, right? Would it be looking for the arid geckos or would it looking for these much cooler climate geckos like these Saltorius?
I think they're all pretty similar. Saltuarius are actually really easy to find. They're one of those geckos that if you want to practice that eye shining technique, you would practice it on a Saltuarius. They're really easy to eye shine. This is Salabrosus pictured, and it's this is actually an animal from a bit more of an arid area. They're obviously they're higher up on a mountain, but it's a lot
Hmm.
drier there. You can get Celebrosis in some wetter rainforests as well, but um, yeah, I think they're pretty similar.
So when you go out to these places, are you taking like temps and everything like that, and like UV readings or anything like that?
I do sometimes. I don't have a UV reader um, here, but I do normally take a temp gun. Last trip I didn't for whatever reason. I forgot to. Um, but it's more so it's like something like Saltuarius. You can find them at stupid cold temperatures. They actually come
Yeah.
out when it's freezing cold. And a lot of geckos kind of are the last ones to stay out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I've always heard like yeah, like Sartorius, Phylloris, and all them. They like that cold.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I always refer to my buddy because he used to keep Phylloris, and he would like he showed me a picture of like him temping it, or I mean it was a video of temp. Like he had a temp gun. He's like, look how cold it is. It was like 43 degrees Fahrenheit, and that thing was still out hunting. Like I was like, how are you even digesting your food? Like I didn't even understand that.
I saw through when like winter just finished for us, but a few months ago where I've seen Saltuarius wyberba, the it was under snow, like it snowed in.
Yeah, it was damn.
That's crazy to me. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
that they live there.
Yeah, I mean, we got some reptiles are like that. Like, we have there's some boas out in North America that you'll see them cruising in the snow. It's like that's crazy. Like, what are y'all doing? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Some Aussie reptiles are the same, like the copperheads, tiger snakes. They can do that as well.
yeah. Now, which form of tenacata is this?
So this is Tenocorda albicularis, the
Hmm.
green-eyed golden tail or northern golden tail, whatever you want to call it. Um, yeah, they're very pretty, very pretty.
Yeah, and so are they, like in different regions?
Yeah. So they have like three distinct populations and subspecies. These are the further. These are quite far, pretty far north. They found this one just west of a place called Rockhampton. So yeah, it's a they're pretty cool. That was the last subspecies I had to see was this one. So
Yeah. Do you? All right. So, because I know this is always I don't know if it's kind of a hot topic, but so do have you ever pulled any reptiles from the wild? No. Okay. Yeah, I know some people do.
It's illegal to do that, and it's
Okay.
and even though in my heart I wouldn't be able to do it, like, um, a lot of these animals you can readily get in captivity. They're captively bred. There's no point. Um, I get heaps of satisfaction out of seeing that animal just doing its own thing in the wild. It's I get more satisfaction out of that.
It's nice. So kind of off the subject of like herping and stuff. So how are you guys' shows? Do you attend a lot of the expos over there?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I actually help run a reptile expo slash show
Really?
here. In Yeah, because I'm a part of a society called the Illawarra Reptile Society.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we run at least one show a year.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do. I try to attend some or most of them. I haven't attended as many last year as I did the other years, but I try to. Yes.
So do you have any because I know like over in the UK they got certain things they can how to present their animals. Do you guys have any kind of requirements or regulations like that?
A little bit, yeah, and like we have to have like a vet on site. All animals have to be at least looked over, and if there's any oddballs, we have a quarantine room and things like that. So
Yeah, okay.
there is some requirements that we have to go, and we also have to let national parks know that we're having an expo, and just so
Oh,
they're aware that it's happening.
okay. I mean, so why is that? Like, is that
Because
like
the licensing is done under our national park system.
oh, okay. All right.
So they're in charge of our licensing.
That makes sense. Okay. I mean, I don't even know what ours is. I could not even tell you if they were if we had to run through them or anything. Like I know we gotta like when we get electricity, we gotta pay the city, you know, pay the like usually it's at like a hotel or a convention center. So I'm sure they gotta pay them or whatever. But I'll
Yeah.
leave that up to the big boys. I don't play that. I can't do that. That seems like they'd be way too much of a headache to try to put on a show like that.
Oh, it is. It is. It can be.
Yeah. Now, in which form is this one?
So this is the Taenicorda triarius, the
Okay.
central golden-tailed gecko, or in captivity, I think we call them bar-tailed geckos as well. Um, yeah.
Okay. So I think this is probably the one that we probably have over here, at least the most. I don't even know if we have the other two subspecies here.
I think I've definitely seen Taenicorda.
Yeah.
These ones are a little bit different. I actually have this one at home as well. This same species.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I do like
So
them a lot.
I was talking to my buddy Landon. We had him on the podcast the other week, and and he was saying that uh he he's keeping them much cooler now than he was before. Now, are they like a not like a crazy cool species, but like a no less arid, I guess, compared to
Yes.
like Ciliaris or like William's Eye or anything like
Yeah,
that.
so you can find Williamsi and Taenicorda in the same tree.
Okay.
They're found in the same region. The Taenicorda are restricted to what's called the Brigalow Belt. It's like a certain habitat that's just west of the Great Dividing Range, and they're found in the Queensland Brigalow Belt that goes all the way up to I think just north of Rockhampton. You can find them. Um, the so it is like semi-arid. You can find Woma pythons there. You can find mulga snakes, and they're an arid species. It's just kind of like an area where the east and the west collide.
Okay.
So it is pretty dry, but it also can be pretty wet. But I think it's definitely a bit more of a drier habitat.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because I know he said he was there was a little they were having a little bit issues with him, and he's like, yeah, he's like he moved it into his cool room with like the Aussie leaf tails and everything like that, and they started doing way much better than
Yeah.
being over in the heat.
I think they do like it a little bit cooler.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, all right? So which one is this one?
So that's Swaney, so the
Oh, okay.
southern leaf-tailed gecko.
Okay. Now, what is all right? So maybe can you kind of explain this whole background? Like, what kind of habitat are we looking at right here?
So
Like,
this is subtropical rainforest. This is the hinterland, so mountain ranges just west of the Gold Coast, which is a very big tourist destination. Um, and it was basically just like around a car park, and I shined like 5 or 6 of them in no time at all. They're pretty easy to find, and this was in like May. I think it was in May, so it was in autumn, like late autumn. So it was like they're still out and about, hunting and cruising and doing whatever, hanging out on the big fig trees, which is what they like to hang out on. So
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. Nice. So with herping, right? Has any of that kind of inspired you to do any kind of conservation or research projects?
So a little bit. So where I work, I don't actually work with reptiles properly. My job is a bit more broad. I have to look after a few different things at the wildlife park, but we do have breed and release programs for a couple different frog species, and critically endangered turtle species. So just me going to work is actually contributing to conservation.
I mean, that's honestly that's great. No, like if I could work with animals, I'd be so happy, dude. I'm telling you
Yeah,
right now. But
it
they
is
just
good,
don't.
but
Yeah, it's just hard to pay
it,
those bills, you know.
it
Like,
is. It is. Try. Yeah. Yeah. It's. You got to take a definitely a big hit on that,
yeah,
and it can be so tough as well.
yeah. Because I think when I was coming back, because when I was working in Africa and I was deciding, like, I was trying to decide on what I wanted to do. Um, I was actually taking classes to be a vet tech. Or actually, no, I was taking classes to be a veterinary assistant. And then I decided, I was like, hey, well, maybe I want to go ahead and get my degree in and to be a vet tech. As soon as I reached out to them, they're like, oh, okay, well, here, let's get rid of all this stuff. And then you just re-enroll. I was like, hold on, I just asked a question. Pump your brakes. So they like disenrolled me from my classes, and then I just never enrolled back. I was like, no, 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 I'm good. But yeah, I mean, I even try to get a job as like just a diet technician at the zoo.
Yeah.
But it was just like, well, because they wanted me to do it permanently, but I was like, that's not my goal. My goal was to be like to get my foot in the door and end up being like a zookeeper. But they're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, no,
And
no,
that's the biggest thing is getting your foot in the door. So,
yeah,
um, but kind of once you're in it, like I'm very lucky. I work at a very small wildlife park, so
hmm
I have a little bit more freedom to help with different things all over the place. But if you worked at a massive zoo, there's probably less room for you to do that.
yeah. So what's like your main job there? Like what do you have like a specific set of animals that you watch over?
So I don't really work too much with the animals per se. I'm not
Okay,
like a proper zookeeper, but I'm
yeah,
on like my title's parks and gardens. So you kind of I can be landscaping one day. I've got to make sure I know eucalyptus tree species so I can cut leaf for koalas. I could be building an exhibit the next day. I could be a construction worker another day. Water technician. I think the animal I work with the most is actually little penguins. I'm always in that pump.
nice.
I'm I'm always in that pump room, working on the filters and making sure the water's all good. So, yeah. So it's very hard to pinpoint exactly what I do. We do a bit of everything.
Yeah, yeah, you're kind of like that jack of all.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to be as well. Zookeepers can have to do everything.
Yeah. So have you? How long have you been working there?
Over 3.5 years now. So just
Okay.
been there for a little bit.
So I guess you developed some bonds with these animals, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. The keepers probably have more bonds than I do. I just
I'm
fleetingly
sure,
look at. Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah,
you go in there, you're like, oh, but probably got names for all of them and stuff like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Do
Definitely,
you have any
definitely, definitely.
cool stories like that, like of any kind of like good bonding moments?
I think one of my favorites is the Ralph wedge-tailed eagle. He's pretty cool. And like every now and then we have to because like we have their big eagle nest on top, and I have to go up there and feed some old koala browse branches to make it look bigger and better for him. And he like flew up and landed on top of the tin shed above me and like looked down at me and just little things like that. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty cool when things like that happen.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. So I could definitely tell this is no. Well, so I'm guessing this is like Phylloris, right?
So this is a younger
Shit.
Saltuarius KDA.
Okay.
They're they're restricted in northern New South Wales in some rocky outcrops.
Okay. Yeah, and man, you could see all the mites on this thing,
Yeah, yeah, you can.
which is
The story behind this animal is cool as well. Like I tried to do a trip where I tried to see three leaf-tail species in 3 nights, and this was the
hmm
last night, and we had a massive storm. Like it was bad, and like we thought we weren't going to be able to herp, and it slowed down. The rain died down a little bit, and we're like, we'll just try to climb up the side of this mountain and see if we can find one. And we're focusing in the caves, and sure enough, we got one in the cave, escaping the rain.
nice,
So we got a few. We actually got a few that night, but yeah, it was fun.
nice. Damn. I'm just literally I'm in awe of these like, all these geckos in the wild. Like, man,
Yes,
I don't even know what to do.
yeah, you have to come over. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Yeah, I gotta talk to my girlfriend about that one. Let me go to Australia for a little bit, man. So, so when you're like I said, when you're doing all this right now, because you said it's pretty desolate, like a lot of these places that you're going. So you're packing like 5 days worth of food and water, or you're like, all
Yeah,
right, well we're gonna herb for a little bit, and then we're gonna drive into town and go grab some food, or how's
yeah.
that
So
go for
I
you?
think
Like,
most of the time you got to go get fuel anyway. So and every town kind of has a little convenience store and things. So you do try to pack to live off a lot of what you have, but at the end of the day, you're not always like that remote where you need 10 days of food.
okay,
Kind of always like by near like 150 k's from a town or something. So, yeah,
nice. So, I'm just saying. So, what kind of for anyone that's actually really interested in herping, what kind of advice would you give to them?
just put in time. The biggest thing for herping is just putting in time and repeating what you're doing. If you focus a certain habitat for a certain amount of time, sure enough, one day you're going to find that animal you're after. It's just trying to figure out the day and the conditions, and stars will align and you'll get one. So
Nice. Now, all right. So that's a red tail, right? I'm not like
yes,
color. Okay. I was like, holy shit.
it's like it is a bit of, it could be the lighting a little bit, but
hmm
yeah, actually that photo was taken 3 days ago when I was coming
Mm,
back home.
damn.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were driving for some snakes, and then I just told my friends to drop me off on the side of the road because the habitat looked alright, and they kept going, and within 5 minutes I had two of them. So, uh, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice. Nice. So where were you guys herping at this these past 5 days?
Just West Queensland. So,
Okay. And how
we done
far is that
done
from you?
like six, like the first stop was like 16 hours away. So we done like, yeah, big drives.
Man.
But we did some the night before. Got up early
Yeah.
and then drove 10 hours to where we were looking for inland taipans. So, yeah, big. You got to do like you have to do it. You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to do it.
Yeah, that's like driving like 2 or 3 states for me. Like
Yes.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that'd be going from like Arizona to like New Mexico to start getting into Texas. But Texas like Texas is like 3 states in one state. It's crazy how
Yeah.
big Texas is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
A lot. And
ridiculous.
Australia has massive states. Like you can drive
Yeah,
for hours and hours and hours and still be in the same state.
damn. Man. All right, now let me get these others pictures. Now, what is this? Which Stropharis is this one?
So this is Stropharis chrysalis, the crested spiny tail.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen.
So their range like overlaps with Ciliaris a lot.
Really?
Best way to tell is mouth color.
Okay. What color is their mouth?
Their mouth is like a bluey color, like a
Okay.
dark
All
blue,
right.
and then Ciliaris has got the orange mouth.
Orange. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that tripped me out because I honestly thought like all their mouths were the same because I used to have I had intermedius and then I got ciliaris and then when I saw like my first one was the intermedius, so I saw them I was like, oh cool, they got a little blue purplish mouth. I
Blue
was like,
purple
that's
mouth.
dope.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and then I got the ciliaris. I was like, was that a fucking orange tongue? Like what the
yeah.
hell is that? I was like, damn, okay. Um, oh, so in the wild, like, do they spray often? Because I know, like in no in captivity, I don't get sprayed at all. Besides hatchlings,
I try
hatchlings will
not to.
spray me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I try like I try to be as less stressful to the animals as I can.
yeah,
And I haven't been sprayed. I think maybe once. I think I get sprayed by my ones at home more than more than wild ones have. Um,
yeah. Like I said, I've been sprayed like maybe 2 or 3 times, but those are literally hatchlings, like 24 hours out the egg. Like I'm I'm opening up the egg cup, and then boom, he starts trying to spray me, and I put my hand in front of it, and my hand just stinks. That's
yeah,
all it
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah,
I compare it to like if you ever spelled a stink bomb, that's what I compare it to.
yeah,
I mean, it's pretty foul, but
yeah. And
it's
it's like
not.
it's kind of like a spider web kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, where
Texture. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and it's all
yeah,
like just boom. Yeah, I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
understand that one, man. So so they don't, like I said, they don't spray you. Like, how are they in the wild? Are they pretty chill, or are they
Yeah,
will they dart off real quick?
dart off pretty quick. When you eye shine a strough, you kind of it just kind of sits there. Um, and especially like I've got my head torch on very low, so I can see that eye shine, so I don't really spook them as well. Approaching it. So talking about cold temperatures, this was I think it was in like the low teens. I think it was like 12 or 13 degrees when I found this one. This
Wow.
is a yeah, this is a I think thorn-tailed gecko, Strophus similis.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Really? That's a okay. I've never. Well, I've only seen a Similis offered like once in this hot and over here in the U.S. And I think it was like a baby, so it really didn't have all this going on.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. So it's and they're a pretty big gecko. They're actually like a Ciliaris size.
really.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. Like, so do most of them have like this kind of like peaches, this peachy spines?
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I've only ever seen one individual, and it was this one. Um, but yeah, I was walking around the sand dunes of South Australia hoping for one, and sure enough.
Yeah. All right. So well, so maybe kind of explain to me like, so where is like South Australia? Like, what is it? What's there for them?
Where I was finding them there is a place called the Eyre Peninsula. It's right on the like on the coast basically,
Okay.
like near the beach, and it's a habitat, special habitat called Mallee. It's called Mallee because it's got these special trees and it's got some spin effects. The sand here is actually like a whitish color, like a whitish yellow, freezing cold because like the
Okay.
you look south off the ocean, and the next continent's Antarctica.
Shit.
It's pretty nuts. So when you get those cold changes, it gets freezing cold, and yes,
Mhm.
they seem to thrive in it.
Really? So this, well, I mean, so I guess they would be able to take both, kind of not environments, but I guess, but like those crazy temperatures
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
and
like
it's
extremely
very,
hot.
but it's also very dry in South Australia too.
Yeah. Okay. That's weird. Like if it's right there on the, because that's right there on the coast, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You would think it'd be a little humid from the beach, from all that water that's right there. Like
It's basically the desert meets the ocean. It's yeah, it's pretty
that's
crazy.
so weird. That makes no sense to me. I would think they'd be a little bit more humid because they're right there by the ocean. So they get like when that wind blows, that ocean hits, and then like almost like a nice little a spray of ocean across the land and makes it a little humid. But I don't know. I guess not. But I
It's
mean, it's a
crazy.
beautiful, like, yeah, it is a beautiful gecko though. Like,
Yeah, they're
if I
stunning.
could
They're
find these
stunning.
in a
Yeah,
hobby, I would get them. But
yeah, they're
very,
stunning. They're stunning species.
yeah. And then we're coming up to this one picture, like to me, this like represents Australia. I don't know why, but it does.
Yeah,
Right here.
and that's actually in the Eyre Peninsula as well. So that's a very arid species of dragon.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we went down there to try to find them. We got two in one morning, but that is quintessential Australia, a thorny devil on a
Yeah,
dirt road.
yeah. I think like when most people want when they go to Australia and they want to go, this is what they want to find right here.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
that. Like you can put that on anything. They'd be like, "Oh, that's Australia right there." Boom. You know.
Yep. Yeah, incredible. Incredible lizards. Incredible.
Yeah, definitely. Um, and these are like nowhere close to you, right? No. Now,
Peninsula is.
are they I want to say no. Are they illegal to have?
So I think you can keep them in South Australia. I think
Hmm.
a couple private people have them, but because they have such a specialized diet, it's very hard to feed them. I know there's a couple wildlife parks. There's Alice Springs Desert Park and Alice Springs Reptile Center that actually breed them um, in captivity, and they do well. Pay, I
Okay.
think.
That I think that's one of the main reasons why I never got a horned lizard. It's because that specialized ant diet. Like
Yeah, yeah.
they've
So
tried
these.
to, yeah, because we got our version of horned lizards here, and they eat ants just like them. And like I've seen people try to use like that this vitamin supplement that's like a some kind of acid because that's what they
Yep,
need from those ants. And like I've heard some people say yeah it works, and then I've also heard other people say no, it works for like the first year, but after that, it's just a downfall. Oh,
yep.
but I've seen people now starting to harvest ants and breed ants. I was like, dude, I don't want those problems, those issues, because if
No,
those ants get out, they're gonna wreak havoc in my house.
that's a
Yeah,
lot of work.
yeah, and they eat a ton of them, right? Well, actually, before we get to that one, I'm guessing that looks like a diplodactylus, right?
The
Okay,
dactyl.
okay, yeah. Dude, like your pictures are amazing. Oh
Thanks.
man, like literally, what I'm going to do, like all these pictures that you sent me, I'm probably going to get them like printed out and framed so I can put them in my
Definitely.
once I get my gecko room. Boom, boom, boom. They're all going to be up here.
You're more than welcome to.
All right, appreciate that. All right, so here's where we're getting into your setups, right?
There's
So
a
okay, and that's Diplodactylus galeatus.
split
Okay,
into three species.
really? What did they get
Yes.
split up into? Okay,
Yeah.
when did this happen?
In a
Okay,
bit, I'll
all
try to.
right,
I'll
so
try to
pretty.
find it.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. All right. So, now is this all like fake rocks or are these all real?
Um,
Okay. Okay. You use like kind of like foam and carved it out.
uh,
Nice, nice. Okay, nice. So I see this one rock with a hole in it now. Is that like using that for like a lay site or something?
nah, so
Or
I
is that?
just
Oh, I done lost him. Damn. That was all good.
so sorry about that. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
No, you're all good. Like I said, can't control technology too much.
Terrible with technology.
uh, I was getting into with this. So you put a little hole right here. Now, is that
So
like the lay
I
site, or is that just a little rest area for them?
it's all that's housed in here is a male. So I just try to make a hide a little bit different. Like you used to just having a hole at the bottom. I just thought maybe a crack in the top so they can get in and use it like a more like a burrow, I guess. Um, so I just kind of try to reinvent the hide and make it something a little bit different. And it actually he loves it. He loves it. Uses it all the time.
Okay, nice. So do you notice them climbing like
Yeah,
along that wall or anything?
yeah, yeah, all the time. And every now and then you'll find him on the glass as well.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay, cool.
a big thing with Diplodactylus is they actually like to sit on those on sticks, maybe this high off the ground.
Okay.
So they do perch above the ground, but not high up in a tree like a strough.
Okay, cool. Because I'm actually getting Diplodactyl. I'm getting some Galeatus next week as well. So
Yeah,
I
nice.
got a
Yeah,
whole,
they're awesome.
I got a ton of stuff coming next week. It's ridiculous.
They're an awesome species. They've got such good personality for like a tiny gecko, and they're gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah. They've been one of my little top target species for a while now.
Yep. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
awesome.
get to these other ones, right? So who? Oh, okay. I see that. Is it
Yeah, you
Amy?
see him. Yeah, Amy
Yeah, I see him in
A.
the back. It's chilling.
So yeah, I just again like the rocks and actually the spin effects that spiky plant in the middle. Um, I collected from where you can find Amy A. So you probably can't get much more natural than that.
Yeah,
They live in these rocky soils. A lot of the rough knobtail geckos are kind of associated with stony rocky soil. Um,
yeah. Nice, nice. Man, I'm just looking at the background. Uh, so what kind of tools do you like to use?
Pens like hot wire cutter, soldering iron, um, just a knife. I change it every single time. Like, um, Yeah, it just all depends on what my mood is and what things I've discovered for that enclosure. So
Yeah. So every time that you go out herping, do you end up going to change your enclosure after that?
definitely, definitely. Or I come home and I'm like, that lizard was really cool. I want to keep that in captivity.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Yeah, I keep looking because, like I said, I found some horn lizard, or I found a horn lizard out in the wild over here. My kids are like, Dad, can we keep this? I was like, No, no. I was like, maybe if I could find some captive bred ones, we'll see what happens. But and I mean, it was like this big, dude. It was so tiny.
Yeah, wow.
I almost stepped on it. Like my kid found it. He's like, Dad, what is that? I was like, I stopped my foot. I was like, oh shit. Picked it up. He
Awesome.
just chilled on my hand. Yeah, just chilled on my hand. Didn't do anything. Didn't try to get away or anything. I was like, this is how calm you are as a wild caught, man.
Sick.
Because it was, yeah, and it was like, what time was that? Like it was in the middle of the daytime too. Like the sun was out and everything. But where I found them was in, for me, northern Arizona, which is way cooler than where I live. So like you're talking about almost a 30-degree difference to where I live. So I was like, okay, start getting ideas and stuff, but I just haven't made the move. Like I said, I don't like feeding ants. I don't want to feed ants. So
Yeah, yeah. It's way too
it's a
hard.
pain in the ass. Yeah.
AMEA is super close to my heart because my first ever herp trip was based around finding them in the wild. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, they're very special to me.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's a bit hard with a vertical photo, but that's an enclosure for Paracelebrosis. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Nice. Nice. Now, with your so I know a lot. I'm guessing probably your arid setups are not really bio. So, but what about like your more deciduous forest setups?
yeah,
Do you?
yeah, yeah, definitely. I try to do live plants as
Okay,
best as I can. I can't take credit for that fake tree in the corner as well. My good friend Jake, he has a rock rocking business. He does zoos and stuff, and he made me that tree, which is pretty cool. Looks just like a
nice.
buttress root you
So
can find.
I thought it was a branch already.
Nah, it's made out of concrete. It's pretty cool.
So this is one of those geckos I was talking about. I don't know what the hell this is because
So
I don't think we have this in the hobby.
this is Cerdadactylus tuberculatus.
You guys got Cerdadactylus there?
Yes, yeah, there's quite a few species in North
Wow.
Queensland. Yeah. So this is the Cooktown ringtailed gecko.
Oh wow. I didn't. I see. I was always under the assumption of like Cerdaclys was mostly Asia, so did not know they expanded all the way to Australia.
North Queensland is I don't know how many species off the top of my head, but there is quite a few species in North Queensland.
Yeah. So now, are they an invasive species or were they naturally there?
Naturally there.
Wow. Okay. Dang, that is crazy. Like, because I mean, no, I always tell people there's over 300 species of Cerdaclys.
Yeah, that
So
that that North Queensland bioregion is very interesting because it's so close to Papua New Guinea. It shares a lot of species with Papua New Guinea. Um,
okay, yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that makes more sense now. Okay.
yeah.
All
So
right,
you can
man.
find green tree pythons up there. You can find couscous up there, like a mammal. So like there's quite a few species that overlap with this Papua New Guinea.
Okay. So with these, now are you keeping them cooler or are you keeping them more? Because you got real plants in there, so I'm guessing it's more foresty like.
It is cooler, and I tried to reinvent the heating a little bit on this. So the top left kind of
Yeah, I can
section
see
of
the little
the
light shine down.
yeah, so but the light is just an LED light for plant growth. The heat is actually
Okay.
the top left corner. I've got a heat mat stuck to the back of the glass, and there's no
Okay.
foam. There's no foam between the concrete and the glass, so it
Hmm.
actually heats up that section of rock. So when it comes out at night, it comes out and warms its belly on the rock, just like it would do in the wild.
Yeah. And they're like semi arboreal or are they like
Yeah,
really arboreal?
yeah, they're I would say semi-arboreal, but I
Okay.
always find him perching on that back rock wall. I've never been to their habitat or seen a Cerdadactylus, but my friends have, and I try to use photos from a place called Black Mountain.
Hmm.
So I try to base it off like a boulder, off like one of the boulders of at Black Mountain.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, you know where you need to go next time, right?
yeah. I need to get up North Queensland.
Yeah. How far would that be for you?
Pretty far. I reckon I'd fly up there.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Oh man. So what do we got here?
So on the right
What's
hand
that?
side
Oyedora?
of yeah. So both of them are Owadura.
Okay.
The right hand side's Owadura Kogarai. I got a pair of them in there. And then the left side I've got Owadura cincta, inland marbled velvet gecko. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just tried to have a bit of fun with their backgrounds. The one on the left hand side, it looks just like the rocks that I've seen cincta in Central Australia. So,
Yeah.
but I haven't
That's
seen
nice though.
yeah, I haven't seen Kogarai in a wild yet.
Oh, okay. Where would Kogarai be?
North Queensland as well. There's lots of North
North.
Queensland geckos I need to see.
Yeah. So when you're herping, are you mainly looking for geckos? Or are you looking for everything?
Mostly everything. I do have my gecko targets that I do want to see, but a lot of the time, like I love snakes and lizards and anything else. So um, anything new and anything exciting or rare, I'm definitely on the lookout
Yeah.
for.
So what would be, I guess, rare to you, as far as like being in Australia?
It just all depends where you are, what you're looking for. Um, it's very elusive. Like it's the channel country that I was just herping in. We're looking for a black snake called a Colette's black snake, and they're very hard to find. I was lucky enough I've seen that species before, but it's just mind-numbingly boring just driving up and down black soil finding nothing when you could be in a rocky outcrop like finding a whole bunch of species. So um,
Yeah.
it just all depends where you are in the country.
Yeah. So these are both Stropheris. I can
Yeah,
tell these ones are Ciliaris. I can't tell what the other one
that's
is.
the other one's that Taenicorda triarius, that
Okay,
central golden tail. They're really simple setups. I reckon I could do something better for that Taenicorda, but it works.
yeah. So for them, are so now for them, like I'm guessing that's like breeding pairs, right?
Yeah, so I've only got one Taenicorda now. The
Okay.
Ciliaris I did have a trio, but the male passed away recently, so
Okay.
I've only got two females now. But honestly, I'm not the best breeder. I I I, I think the time of year where I'm supposed to be focusing on breeding, I'm focusing on herping. So it's just it's very hard for me to really
Yeah.
dial down. I think I just let things go, and if they breed, they breed. They don't, I'm just happy to keep them.
Yeah.
I'm not stressed about that.
Okay. Well, so I was gonna just ask, like, so are they burying their eggs in the sand, or do you
I,
put like a cup
I
in
do
there?
I do put it. I think these photos were taken in winter, so I just took the lay boxes out.
Okay. All
And
right.
this is straight after I clean the enclosures, but I do put lay boxes in there.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I was wondering, I'm like, oh, do they lay in the sand? Do I need to change up my setup now?
No, that's
That's what I started thinking. Like, do I need to change my setup for this stuff?
it's
Like,
probably me. It's probably me being a terrible breeder.
well, I mean, like you said, you're not focused on that. You're
Yeah,
focused
yeah,
more on going out and seeing them out in nature. So, I mean, breeding is not part of your thing, like, it not a main thing. So, like you said, if it happens, it happens. So it's like, no, I feel like that with some of my geckos. Like, it's like my Blazodactylus and my uh cave geckos. I'm like, if they breed, they breed. You know, if I get eggs, cool. If they hatch in the cage, all right, cool. You know, like there's times I don't want to go through all that substrate and try to find these eggs. Like I
yeah.
did it
Exactly.
one time with my Blazodactylus, uh, and I cracked like two eggs because they're like really thin shelled and they're brittle. You know, so I end up getting like five eggs, and but only I think one of them might be good and it's still in the incubator. But yeah, no, I mean, there's certain things I'll look for, and there's other things I'm like, if it hatches, it hatches. If it
Yeah,
hatches
yeah,
in the cage, hopefully I find it. You know, like I said, my Stropheris, I'm on it. Like I have it down to a T of all right, this is when they're gonna lay, this is when they're gonna hatch, this is when they're gonna lay again. Like I have everything down to a T. Like,
it's awesome.
no, I put everything on my phone on Google calendars, boom. So no, that's one that I really have dialed in really well. Uh, and that's why it's like my focus is starting to get more into like, all right, I'm gonna be going really hard on Stropheris, in these next few years. Like, No, I already have ciliaris. I've bred ciliaris. I've bred intermedius. No, I want to get into the rest of them that we do have in this in the hobby in the U.S. That's gonna end up being my goal for like next year is trying to find everybody or find the rest of the species I can and be able to breed them and put out more to the hobby.
For
Because I think
sure.
they're great geckos. You know,
They're the best. They're the
they're
best geckos.
yeah. I mean, they're a great display gecko because they're
Yes,
always
yes.
out.
And then
You know,
things like
they don't
Ciliaris,
hide.
they've got such a good personality too, and like they'll
Yeah,
eat out of your hands.
yeah, yeah. Well, my female is a hog. She
Yeah,
will like putting water in her cup. She's going after the water in the wand, and then I'm like, all right. She'll grab that. It's like, oh, that's not food, and I'll throw crickets in it, and then she's on it. Like I've seen ciliaris, like a cricket will jump in the air, they'll jump in the air right with it, and boom, snatch her
yeah,
right
yeah,
out the
yeah.
air. Being snipers. I was like, man, it don't get better than that. Man, all right. Let me see here.
So
Now, what is?
this is a legless gecko basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
picopod.
yeah, pygopod. So Pygopus schraderii, the eastern hooded scalyfoot. And it's a very, very, very simple setup, but I think I put a bit more spin effects in there now. But it's just got a little tunnel because they love to live in burrows in the wild. So I put a little tunnel, and that rock is heated as well, so that warms up. Um,
Okay, so with
once
them, how are you? What are you feeding them? Like, do they chase their prey down, or
Yeah,
are
yeah,
you like
yeah.
tongue feeding them?
No, no, they chase their prey down. It's actually incredible to watch. So much fun. They chase them down kind of like a gecko, and they'll like work it down like a snake. It's super weird animals. They're so cool.
Yeah. Now, how do they handle? Now, are they like this kind of goofy, like I don't know what to do because you picked me up type of thing, or
I hate
are they kind of like a
touching.
snake?
I hate touching them. I hate touching them because no, it's more so because they're like 2/3 of their body is tail, and they can drop
Hmm.
every inch of that tail. So it's just like
Wow.
yeah. So like when you touch them, I'm so stressed they're just gonna drop their tail out of fear. This one actually handles all right. The other one, psychotic, just does spins in my hands and shit, and I hate it.
Can they regrow their tail?
Yeah, yeah, they do, but it's not as pretty as when
Yeah,
the
yeah.
original. So yeah,
So
it's
I
not.
do
I
have a
don't want that
question.
happening.
So because I've never really seen strophares in captivity drop their tail. Um, Now, like in the wild, do you see them with drop tails
Yeah,
or
yeah,
regens?
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can see some regen tails. They definitely do it.
Okay.
I think they're
What do
just a
they
bit more
look like?
reluctant to. Just like a paler, more smooth tail, really. The
Yeah. Do
spine's
they
a
grow
bit
the
weird.
spike?
I think a little bit, but not too
Okay.
much. It's yeah, it's
Okay.
they always look regrow tails on geckos are very noticeable.
Yeah, yeah. It's like two different shades
Yeah,
of the tail. Like you see the body is like, all right, it's one shade, and the tail is a whole nother shade when it's a
yeah, yeah.
regen tail. And it looks like kind of fat smoothie or whatever. It's like what is going on here? But now, are they still able to? uh well, I don't know if you would know this, but would they still be able to the spit out the goo from their tail?
Too sure actually. I should actually read up on that. Um, but yeah, I believe that I don't see why they wouldn't. Um, but yeah,
Okay. Some like that's one of the things I've always wondered is like, all right, if they drop this tail now, do they still have their same defense mechanism of shooting that goo out? No, because like I don't know if it's like what makes them actually shoot it out. Like, is it the bones in there, or what is it? I'm not
yeah,
sure.
I'm
I
not I'm
probably
not too
should read
sure.
up on it.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure how that works either, and I'm sure someone's done the research on it.
Now, whose enclosure is this?
So this is my levis enclosure, Nephris levis. So
Okay.
it's you can see the burrows and things that she's dug. I did put like a hide and stuff in there for her, but she just dug burrows and just lives in her burrows and comes out at night, just like they do in the wild. And you can
Yeah.
kind of see she chose the burrow right underneath the spin effects, which is exactly what they do in the wild. So it made me
Really?
really happy. Yeah, it made me really happy to see that.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
just those little things you pick up by seeing them in the wild, and And then when I bring it home and try to set up something nice, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. So when they now, if they lay eggs, are they going to lay eggs in this burrow? And the
Yeah,
question is, how the hell you
it's,
get those eggs?
yeah, it's only one female in there. Again, I just like keeping just to keep. So, um, yeah, she's pretty cool.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, there's just another Pygopus enclosure that I made,
Okay.
and that that hide on the right hand side is actually those those termite mound cricket feeders.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just painted it to the same color as the background, and I use it as hide.
Nice. That's good ingenuity right there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't use it as a cricket feeder. I use it as a hide. It's pretty cool. I just a photo of my Celebrosis using the tree.
Yeah. Nice. So what kind of plants are these?
So I've got a couple different ficus benjamina, ficus
Okay.
pumila, some pothos, and just some random stuff. Some low light plants, easy to grow. Yeah, I don't try anything crazy, and if it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, right. Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, so this is my Hosmer skink enclosure. Again, I try to really base it off the rocky outcrops that I've seen them in the wild.
Yeah. And so how hot do they like it? Because do they do like I
They
see
like it.
that.
Yeah, they like
Go
it
ahead.
pretty warm. They like it pretty warm.
Yeah.
Although in the wild, it was so hot when I saw them that I actually I thought I was seeing geckos on the rocks, and then walk up and there'll be a baby Hosmer skink at night just sitting on a rock outside of the
Oh,
crevice.
okay.
So they would come out at night a little bit and hang out.
Nice. Cool. So we're coming up to the end. Like presentations, that's all over. Dude, Lewis, like I said, those photos are like ridiculous, amazing. If I ever get to go to Australia, I'm, I'm bringing some cameras and you're gonna have to show me how to shoot these photos,
For sure, for sure, for sure.
man. So, no, like I said, with this ending, I said, let's talk about the extreme herping, about the channel.
Yeah, so
How
it
long have you
was.
been doing it?
I've been doing it for a few years now. I just kind of film what I see, and I'm out there anyway. And I have it with a good friend of mine, Michael Payne,
Hmm.
and like we do trips together, we do trips separate, and we just all just share a channel and just make our own videos, and just more so for me to look back on. Like that's probably the biggest thing. If someone takes something out of it, happy days. Like that's awesome. And yeah, it's just good. Like for you guys, especially in the states, like you get to see these animals in situ, and then and again, like gets those juices flowing, um and like even just little things like you can search up an iNaturalist and see where these animals have been found, and then go from there. So um yeah, it's good. It's good. I enjoy doing it.
You said you've been doing it for like a few years now.
Yeah. I don't exactly know how long, but a little bit, and we've got quite a few videos and different trips on there for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I've been watching. I was been watching today. Like I didn't have a whole lot to do at work today, because it was half day. We're about to go on fall break after this one, so we didn't have to feed kids for lunch. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm like catch up on some YouTube. So I was binge watching that stuff. I was like, damn. Like I said, I was watching like the Tenacata one, and I was watching a lot of your Aussie leaf tail joints. There were like some great stuff in there. So what are your? I mean, what's your future goals, man? Between YouTube, herping, keeping.
Honestly, I think I'm just gonna just keep herping. When I started herping, my biggest goal ever is to see all the knobtail species. So I'm gonna keep trying to work on that and see how
How
when I
many?
can.
How many have you checked off for that one?
I'm pretty sure I've checked off seven, and I think including subspecies, I need 13 or whatever it is at the moment. It's always changing. I think next on my list is definitely Darwin, and I want to see Shay. So that'll
Oh,
be
okay, nice.
probably my next big trip.
I think that's where we hit our port, Darwin.
Yes,
Thank you for that.
what a spot! What a spot!
Yeah, 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 definitely. Yeah, it's a great spot to go to. Oh man. So I guess besides that, uh, actually, you know what? I didn't even ask you. Like, what does your collection look like? Like, we saw a few of them in those pictures.
Yeah,
Like
it's just a
overall,
it's just a schmozzle of random stuff. I think. Like
Yeah.
I've got a sand monitor and a long-tailed rock monitor, Boyd's forest dragon, a few pythons like diamond pythons and blackhead pythons and woma pythons. So
Damn.
geckos and just random stuff that I really enjoy. As I said,
You
I
see,
I really like geckos, but I like all reptiles.
yeah,
I love.
yeah. You're like, oh, I just got all these oddballs, but you're naming like a lot of holy grail stuff that all of us like,
Yeah,
all of us love. Like,
I also have a rough-scaled python.
yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, you're just naming off all these holy grails. I'll tell you, I think the only one you're missing is like lace monitor. That's about it.
Yeah, and I don't think I want to keep a lace monitor. I've got friends that breed them. I have friends that breed Parentis. Yeah, so I think yellow spotted monitors or Argus monitors that you guys call them, they're my favorites. I want to keep them.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that your favorite?
More so than just how bold they are. Even in the wild, they don't run. They just stand up and try to
Oh,
fight.
yeah, they do
Instead
the
of flying.
tripod,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They're the coolest goanna.
Nice, nice. All right. So where can everybody find you at, man?
So I have an Instagram. I think it's Kai Goold 99 maybe or something, and then obviously Extreme Herping as well.
Yeah. All right. I'll make sure to plug those into the show notes. You guys make sure you guys
Yep.
check out the YouTube. Like I said, he got a lot of good stuff on there. If you're a gecko head, you're a reptile head, you're gonna appreciate this. It's gonna give you a lot of insight, and it's gonna give you a ton of ideas on how to take care of your reptiles. You know, just looking at the photos that he sent me gave me a bunch of ideas on how I can change my enclosures and make it more, just make it more better for them, more stimulating. So
Yeah, that's
definitely
awesome,
going to
man.
utilize those. Yeah,
Yes, that's
definitely.
the best part.
Well, everybody, make sure this will be out pretty soon. Tune in for all this stuff right here. We got, let's see, we got a few things coming up. We do have some announcements we're going to be making pretty soon. And then other than that, everybody have a great night, morning, afternoon, wherever you're at. We'll check you out on the next one. Peace.
Yeah, Jason on the mic. Welcome to the spot. Breeding those reptiles, straight fire, straight hot. Geckos in the house, snakes twist and turn. Lizards on the prowl, see the passion burn. Breeders in the game, they putting in work. Red tail bows, see them go berserk. Leopard geckos shine like scales of gold. Hobbyists unite, let them stories be told. Putting in that work every day and night. Jason got the spotlight, keeping it tight. Reptile keepers rise, making impact. Breeding them beauties, never looking back. Cages all set, heat lamps in place. Monitor lizards, putting on a chase. From the boa constrictors to the chameleons green. Building up the hobby, live the reptile dream. Corn snakes slither, python stretch. Crested geckos leap, ain't no contest. Spotlighting the keepers, doing it right. Every enclosure clean, every feeding tight. Putting in that work every day and night. Jason got the spotlight, keeping it tight. Reptile keepers rise, making impact. Breeding them beauties, never looking back.